Hi, Cecil. Welcome to Arsenal Featurettes. How are you today?
I'm very good, as you've seen. You've come to my workplace. Seems quite busy and hectic at the moment. Obviously, the Premier League is back this weekend, so it's full on today. But I'm good. I mean, we're very busy, but I like to be busy, so
Oh,
it's all good.
we like every Arsenal fans like to see you no matter what you do.
Yep.
So let's start from the beginning. So, how did your career started to where you are now? What did you do first?
Ooh, this could be a long journey. I'll try and keep it succinct as much as possible. But started, obviously, I live in Surrey, so I started in Surrey, just a young boy in love with football. I want to be a professional footballer. That was my dream as a kid, as a boy. Trained, played in my local area, played for my county, and then I actually got into football quite late. I went to Crystal Palace at 15 years old, trialed there, got released, and cried for about a week, and thought
Oh,
that was it, career over, heartbroken. Went to school, told my friends when I was at Palace I was going to be a professional footballer. Didn't turn out that way, and then after Crystal Palace, I went to Crawley Town when I was in year 11, so I was 16, and then I trained with the under 16s. Was a bit more physically advanced, a lot
yeah.
bigger than them, stronger than them, and then ended up getting called back to train with the youth team. Then I got asked to do day release, which is basically where the club will ring your school and ask for permission to have one of the kids out of school to train with the youth team. Did that, ended up playing against the first team, played against the first team, had a really good game, and got offered a contract, two year contract at Crawley Town. So at the end of my schooling year, because I have Jamaican parents, I got good grades, otherwise I would have been probably not been here. But I also yeah, got assigned to Crawley Town. There was a few other options to do in performing. Like I got into Brit School, but which my mum always says that's where you should have went. But I chose to be a footballer, and then I signed my professional contract. And every day for about 2 years, well, about a year and a half, I hated every day of it. It was a dream to be a footballer, but I was treated really bad by the manager, and so did many of the other players there. And I fell out of love with football. Stopped watching Arsenal actually around that time as well. Really fell out of love with football, and then got released at 18, went to various other football clubs, Nottingham Forest, I went to Dagenham, Redbridge, I went to Brighton, was trialing all over the place. But at 19, I was just like, I had enough trying to be a footballer. I wasn't happy. So then I took a risk, did something completely different, and I auditioned for a dance and ballet school, well, a performing arts school called Italia Conti. I went to Italia Conti, trained there, got offered a full scholarship, trained there for 3 years, changed my life. In second year, I set up a company to mentor young footballers, to not be treated how I was treated. That was the initial plan. I just wanted to talk to players and understand that you shouldn't be treated a certain way, and just say, yeah, what else there is in life. Because I was performing, I was happy doing that. So I wanted to just set up. Had a lot of doors slammed in my face, which we might talk about later, and then got offered the chance to speak to 3 clubs, and from there, the rest is history. It's like just 9 years consecutively now that company's been recommissioned. Talent transfers from second year performing arts training. I've had this company, and through training at performing arts school, I also got into body doubling. So I do a lot of adverts for the top athletes in the country. Marcus Rashford is probably the most known. I've been his body double since he first came through. Since he was 19. Yeah, he was 19. I think I was no, actually 18. I was 20. He was 18. And ever since I've been doing a lot of his adverts, and that kind of slowly brought my love back for football, because I started watching Arsenal again, and then I was on set with top footballers, and like, oh, this is my dream. Like, it's like I love playing football, but I also love the TV, the cameras, and the action. So then did all that, graduated from performing arts school, did a lot of jobs, amazing things, toured, did campaigns. I was in The Little Mermaid, the live action film,
Oh, well done.
paid by Disney. They paid for that, paid for my deposit for my house. So thank you, Disney. And then yeah, and then COVID hit, and my life just shut down. All the performing arts world industry and that 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 industry, yeah, closed down. You couldn't really go see shows, and it affected a lot. Obviously, taking a lot of the government grants and stuff. And then I was like, oh no, I felt quite uncomfortable with the fact that my whole career can just go that quickly. Listen, most people, the pandemic stopped a lot of things, but I didn't feel secure in that. So I was like, okay, I need to find something that's quite consistent, or have a company that, if this ever happened again, there's a reserve for me to work from. So I looked at football again, because football was still happening in the world pandemic. Obviously, no fans, but it was still happening. And then I, Robbie put on LinkedIn, I'm looking for 2 new presenters. I applied for it at the same time I was kind of auditioning for jobs in film and stuff. So I just thought, oh, it's like another kind of audition. But then when I went and met him, I really enjoyed the meeting. I really enjoyed speaking with Robbie. I had one interview, I had a second interview, and then yeah, he gave me the job on the day that not many people know. I lost out on a feature film the same day Robbie rang me and said, I want you to join AFTV. I was emotional in the morning because I've lost out on the film and I found out in the worst way possible. And then Robbie rang me when I was in the gym sulking and said, I want to offer you the job. And then, yeah, the rest is kind of history.
Back on, I invested in myself, that mean I'm black on. I did this from out the country, that's my backbone. Little birdie gone again, he just came back home. Make my money.
Frank, I mean, we've got Ty, we've got Belgium, and we've got Telma as well. We're going to quickly do a breakdown. Performance today. I work for many companies. Obviously AFTV is my main full-time job, but I do a lot of things. Work with CONCACAF. I did the PFA Awards this year, the first ever live host. Worked at the Sidemen charity match. I presented at Wembley.
Work at Sky.
Sky as well. I do a lot of Sky. Saturday Social. Do a lot of interviews with Sky. Done a lot. I've done Canal Plus One, which is the French channel. I've done beIN Sports. I've done a lot, which is very grateful for. But that is, I try to keep it as short as possible. But that is kind of the journey. I've probably missed out a lot of stuff, but yeah, that was that's how we kind of got here. And today we're doing a lot of things, which is good.
Hey, little man, I was life at 17. But didn't think she'd be your wife. Let 'em laugh when you choose your degree. And I've been working every day and night, pain and fights, trying to make a dream become your day job.
Man, absolute pleasure, man. Yeah, you know, put your little something.
We're about to meet Will Smith, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. About to meet, another Fresh Prince. You know what I mean?
So I wanted to talk to you about in the beginning when you were struggling a little bit in your football career. There wasn't a lot of mention about mental health back then.
Not at all.
Do you think that it has improved from back then? Do you think there's more awareness?
100%.
Okay.
100%. It's changed a lot. I mean, back when I was playing, there was no one spoke about feelings. There was no masculine environment. You must talk about how you feel. There was none of that at all. And even when I went to dance and transitioned, like I was being brought on to beIN Sports and doing interviews with major platforms because it was such a unique change. And I got ridiculed. I got called, batty man, gay boy, and I got bullied. They were saying, you can't believe you're going into dance. What is this? Like my football mates, even my people I shared in change room, I got bantered and mental health wasn't really a thing then. Now I'm lucky enough to have my company and I work within the footballing setup, LFE, PFAs. Now every club has to have a welfare officer. Every club has to have a life skills. We have a life skills session, which I'm part of the life skills team. So every year a certain amount has to be conducted at each football club a year between the ages of 16 to 18. And then on top of that, every club from category 4 to category 1, so from Prem all the way down to League 2, even National League, I think you have to have a welfare officer who you can talk to. That was never, none of that. We had a physio who did everything, helped with the coaches with the cones. There were our counsellors, they were the physio, and that's not their job. The physio is to help you recover, but they had to take on multiple roles. And that happens a lot. That used to happen, a lot in those lower category clubs, so like Cat 4s and 3s. There was like multi roles. But nowadays, there's space for players to really excel and be themselves and talk about their feelings. Do you know what? It's a good thing, but there's also some negatives. So like we used to have to clean boots. Sorry to go off on a tangent, but we used to have to clean boots for like the pros. And they've got rid of that because of health and safety and all this stuff. But I think that's where some things should have been kept. And not to say that every player should have to clean boots as a punishment, but me cleaning boots allowed me to make a friend with a player in the first team. So then when you go up to train with the first team, you've got a friend already that you spoke to, you look after their boots. Then at Christmas, you get a big bonus, which you basically live on to buy your family presents and enjoy your Christmas. Like, it's a really good way to bond and just be close. Sometimes you're actually cleaning the gaffer's boots as well for the first. Like, it's a shame they got rid of, and there's many other examples of that. But when it comes to mental health, it's definitely improved. After like Jerry Whiston, who was at Man City, took his own life and stuff. Like, there's been a lot of serious moments in football that, you know, mental health has not really been looked at. It's been neglected, but now it's very important. And I'm glad I'm part of, I'm part of the life skills team that allow players to be expressive and speak their mind and feel comfortable, because them changing rooms back in the day, listen, they molded who I am as a character and been able to have banter and whatnot. But if you haven't got a strong mindset, they are lethal. And I understand why mental health is so important in football, because it can be tough. You're fighting for a dream that many other people want, and it's a mental challenge, very big one. So yeah.